from all around Geelong. I'm here to tell you how football is strong.
Welcome back, of course, a magnificent round of matches on this afternoon, and nothing bigger than the one out at the Inverleigh Oval, the Railway Street Oval. It's the Inverleigh Hawks, and they take on Belpost Hill Panthers in the 94.7 match of the day. I'll go to you, Grubby. Inverleigh shells from their loss last week. Can they bounce back and be the first side to knock the Panthers off?
Well, I don't think they can. I was ready to go and tip Inverleigh. They've been firing on all cylinders. They're playing good footy. And then they get... How the hell did Belmont beat them? I'll never, ever know that. They must have cheated somehow, but look, they got up, they got the points. I'm only saying that because Cogsey's here. Inverleigh now, in my mind, I don't think... They can beat Belpost Hill, but I don't think they will. I'm going to go for the Panthers.
Alex?
Belpost Hill, as simple as that, Dick.
You reckon the Belpost Hill Panthers are still pretty hot, you reckon, after... Because Geelong made a bit of a run at them last week.
That's correct, I know, and they were up and about. I still reckon Belpost Hill can finish the season with at least 16 wins.
Well, I'm going to stick what's left of my neck out completely, and I'm going to go for the Inverleigh Hawks to be the first ones to knock off the Panthers. Up at the Duck Pond, Werribee Centrals, they also had a loss against Corio, Alex. How did that happen? We don't know either. And they take on Geelong West, who'd be eager to get their form back on track again.
Well, look, I'm going to, be the devil for the Centrals, and I'm going to go with the West on this occasion. I can't quite explain the downfall of the Central since, round 5. Maybe Grubby can, Dick.
Well, say something, Grubby.
Well,
what happened to Werribee last week?
You've seen them once. You've seen them play well. You've seen them a second time, and they've got 14 players out of that side that you saw in the first round. So, obviously, they've had a fair few injuries. They've got a couple coming back this week. I think both Montebrunos want to play. Smith might be back. Buddy might be back. And that's 4 really, really good players. But, look, I don't know who's going to win this, but I'll tell you one thing. Whoever doesn't win, good night for the season. Won't make the 5.
Totally confused. Well, we spoke about it earlier, the big game at the Western Oval last Sunday with Brendan Favola, but it was all for the Ted Whitten Foundation for Prostate Cancer Awareness, and Grubby caught up with Ted Whitten Jr.
And welcome to the box, Ted Whitten Jr. Welcome, Ted.
Thank you. It's great to be here, even though a little bit of weather around. It's hopefully going to clear, but we might be able to get a good day.
Did you have to get the paddles out through Little River and stroke the car through?
Well, actually, I've just been to the Western Bulldogs to present a jumper there to Mitch Honeychurch, who's playing his first game.
Oh, okay.
And, he's wearing my old number, so that was nice to be able to do that, and battled through a bit of weather on the way down.
So how has the Foundation's year been in the last 12 months? And we're into what we'll probably call the Foundation week, aren't we, with the game on Tuesday?
Yeah. Look, it's been pretty good, actually, considering, the economic climate that's we've had to go through. But the things that we've been doing in regards to our annual fundraising events have worked really well for us. They've worked financially well. More importantly, they've been well attended, and we're getting our message across to a lot of different men from various parts of the community.
Ted, I know you just touched on it, but a lot of people don't really understand, and I never did until I got diabetes. I have to have the prostate test every 6 months. I told a story on radio yesterday about Scotty Palmer.
Yeah.
How many people, now our listeners are probably the same, how many people are like Scotty and haven't got a clue that they may well have this disease?
Yeah, there's lots out there, and they won't know unless they do go to the doctor for a general checkup, and that can obviously include prostate cancer. But a lot of blokes go to the doctor to have a checkup, but unless you talk to your doctor about having a prostate check, they won't give you one. So you actually need to ask for it, and all forms initially that part of the blood test. So it's not as if it's difficult to do. It's there and it's available, and that's the start of the whole procedure.
So why wouldn't people do it? That's the silly thing. It saves your life.
It's a good question. Most blokes don't know that. They don't know a lot about prostate cancer for a starter. They're starting to learn more about it with the work that organisations like us are doing. But in general, curable prostate cancer doesn't have any symptoms, and a lot of guys don't know that. The only way you can find out is to have a checkup and blood test, and even a blood test is only an indicator, as long as that indication is okay. You're right, but that's why we just need to keep our eye on it.
But even so, I mean, the numbers around early intervention, if you do get checked and something is found out, the early intervention numbers for success are extremely high, aren't they?
Oh, definitely, yes. Look, there's hundreds and hundreds of blokes who get checked and find out that they've got prostate cancer and then are able to cure it, right, because they're found out early. There's various stages of prostate cancer. It's a pretty difficult disease, and most men die with prostate cancer rather than from it. So The problem is that if you have got a prostate cancer and it's an angry and aggressive, or something needs to be done about it, needs to be either taken out or treated and hopefully cured. But we need to find it early.
This approach through Simon Cavallo and the Geelong West, is this something you've done around the state, or is this something a little bit new, doing this game day type promotion?
This is the first game day with a feature player that we've done, but we do get involved with other footy clubs around the country, and particularly Victoria, obviously, by going along and either me speaking or the doctor coming along with me and doing a presentation in regards to the foundation and to prostate cancer. So this is the first major Favola type event that we've done.
Oh, it's good, isn't it? It's a great initiative from Simon and his committee. It's good to see them breaking new ground.
Well, it is, and Fev does a lot of this, and he's great the way he does it, and helps the clubs out, and plays 3 games in a week. I don't know how he does that.
Well, he kicked 11 yesterday. I mean, he's going to kick today.
He's claiming 15. He claims he's going to kick 15 today.
Kick 15 today.
It might be a bit wet for him today, but just having him here is good.
Yeah, great interview there with Ted Whitten Jr. with the prostate cancer awareness of the Whitten Foundation at the Western Oval last Sunday afternoon. A big game on this afternoon. It's out at the Winter Resort, and these two sides caused the massive upsets last round. The Belmont Lions and the Cry Devils. They can't make the finals, Grubby, but I'll tell you what, this could nearly have been the match of the day.
Well, it probably could have. The form both sides were in last week. Belmont, I'm going to have to tip Belmont because I said they'd get beat by 22 goals last week and I got egg all over me stupid fat face. But look,
you got that right.
I will go for Belmont because I think their win over Inverleigh, they won over a definite finals side. Coriobuta side that if loses tomorrow won't make it, or today won't make it. So I'm going to go for Belmont Lions.
No idea what he's talking about. Alex, what do you reckon, mate?
I reckon Belmont convincingly, and I'm saying that because of how well their reserves have been this year.
Fair enough. Out of the Keith Barclay Oval, it's the North Geelong Magpies, and they take on the Anarchy Roos. And before we talk about that game, a massive day on tomorrow at Buckley's Entertainment Centre. It's the North Geelong Hall of Fame and Legends Day, and it's at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, I'll go for North Geelong, I think. Alex, what about you? Who are you going to go for?
Probably not.
Get onto the Paul Cotter and get yourself booked in for tomorrow. All right, Grubby, you can now speak. North Geelong, they were pretty convincing against the Favola Cheetahs last week.
Yeah. What I do want to say is a bloke from Werribee Central's Bobby Chamberlain. We all know him as Yappa. He lost his sister yesterday, so condolences to Bobby. Keep punching on, mate. You'll be right. Yeah. And back to the footy, North Geelong will beat Anarchy.
Alex.
North Geelong, big credit to PJ DeSando. He was resilient with a lot of banter from his former club over the fence last week, so North Geelong. Fantastic.
Out of the Tongson Thunderdome, Alex, they take on East Geelong and what we call the local derby. Tommy Tigers or East Geelong? Can Tommy Tigers get some form back?
I don't think so. I think the spoon's theirs at this point, Dick.
Grubby?
I thought Tommy Tigers got some form back last week because I think there was only a point in at three-quarter time against Winchelsea, so I thought they must have battled on really well. Obviously, a little bit extra class in the last quarter, and probably the wind helped Winchelsea come home, but obviously they've improved, Thompson. I don't quite think they've improved enough to beat the Eagles.
Okay, a couple of sides that really need to get some form back coming into the finals race. Bannockburn and Winchelsea, Grubby, out of Victoria Park.
Well, this is probably the most important game of the whole lot of them because Winchelsea need to keep winning to get a top 3 spot, and that's still available, especially if Inverleigh will go down again a couple of times, so they need to win it. Bannockburn just have to keep winning. They were ordinary early in the year. They're really playing good footy. They need to win it. Where's it at? It's at Bannockburn. I'll go for Winchelsea.
In a word, Alex.
Winchelsea.
Thanks, mate. Okay, we're out of time as we always are. Hope you enjoyed the show this morning. Thanks, Grubby. Thanks, Alex. We'll catch you all again next Saturday morning. Don't forget to check our Facebook page out, GDFL Football and Netball. So get on there and give us a like, even though if you don't like Grubby, still give us a like anyway. We'll catch you all again next Saturday morning. Bye for now.
From all around Geelong, I'm here to tell you how football is strong. Bounce the ball, let's get into it all until the final siren. No team can fall, fight to win, risking head and shin, never giving in. GDFL, Geelong and District Football League. We are the Raiders from all